Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be running you through how to keep winning on your betting accounts without actually getting banned. Now, first of all, if you've clicked on this video, major props and respect to you. You've chosen to click on a long, unedited guide instead of all the short clickbaity videos of free tips or someone trying to sell you their course. So, major respect to you. It goes to show that you've got a long attention span, which most people these days don't. And it means that you want to be part of the 0.5% of punters in Australia that actually make a shitload of money from the bookies. So this is, one of your first steps to getting to that goal. So why listen to me? Well, I was sick of losing on the punt when I was 18 years old, and for a few years, I used to bet a lot. I didn't have a gambling addiction per se, but I used to pretty much bet like every other Aussie punter out there, just chucking multis, chucking money on roughies, NBA, cricket, basketball, AFL, NRL, pretty much everything known to mankind I would bet on. And then I was able to find a way to use betting promotions to gain an edge over the bookies. Now, that of course is through match betting, and if you want to know what match betting is or get a bit more insight about that, we've got a podcast where we cover match betting concepts, and I've also covered that in our sports betting promotional betting strategy. So you can go and have a look at that. But match betting's allowed me to essentially do this full time or to match bet full time until I start full time law next year. So I've graduated now actually the other day as of this recording. So now from now until March next year, my focus is on match betting and trying to make as much money as possible. And it's given me the flexibility to enjoy each and every day of my life. I can go to the gym whenever I want. I can eat whenever I want. I can finish up work whenever I want. I don't have to live that, 9 to 5 kind of life. And also, yeah, we've started Playmakers Elite, and we've generated for our members almost 200 units of profit since our launch in October. Now that's almost $10,000 for the $50 punter if they just started. So our focus now is to just build our community with the goal of educating young blokes that simply want to turn sports betting into a consistent source of income. So pretty much just get paid to watch sport, in other words. All right, now let's get into the actual video itself. So, making money via match betting is an absolute piss take because it's mathematically proven that it's impossible to lose. And the bookies obviously know that. So, if they see you abusing promotions, they will ban you from those promotions. So, that's called a promotional ban. They will restrict you from betting stakes. Some bookies do that, but most bookies outright promo ban you. Now, promo ban means that you can still use that account, but you won't be allowed to use their promotions. And for the sharp punter, that is what we have as our edge over the bookie. And without promotions, we simply don't have an edge over the bookie. Now, how do rookies get banned? So there's a lot of people that start match betting, and even within our community, the guys that just start, they kind of rush straight away into the promos because they're simply just too impatient or just want to chase that quick dollar. Now, yes, you're going to make money, but not in the long term. And within a few weeks now, and within a month of match betting, you will get banned if you excessively abuse promotions. And again, this is what separates the rookies from the pros in this game. And a couple of points I'm just going to run through above. So not using rounded stakes. So using like $22, $23.50. Bookies, like if you're putting stakes on like that, you're already going to be triggering a warning or triggering the bookies to review your account, which is what you don't want. You've got another point is an unsustainable non-promo to promo ratio. So betting with more promos than you are non-promos. Now I'll get into non-promos in the next few slides. And then yeah, betting on obscure markets. So you don't want to be betting on Taiwan Div 2 soccer, for example. So yeah, Things to keep in mind. So, like I just said before, you want to stick to popular markets such as the NBA, NFL, NRL, AFL, cricket, and major tournaments like Grand Slam events. Again, you want to mix up your betting patterns, so don't just smash one sport. Remember, the goal is to mix up our patterns as much as possible. We want our accounts to look like the average Australian punter. So we're essentially trying to disguise ourselves to look like every other punter in Australia, not the sharp punter. Again, like I said, you don't want to be betting on obscure betting markets like second division Spanish soccer and Taiwan basketball. Stick to rounded stakes, so the nearest 510, like $25, $23.55, like $22. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be doing 25, 30, $50, those sorts of stakes. And within those non-promo bets, you can always throw in that $5 10-leg multi that, you're willing to lose that $5 for, because bookies, they love those big promos. They absolutely love it when you chuck those promos on. So, non-promo bets. So these are bets that these are basically any type of bet that doesn't trigger a promotion. So for example, you're not getting any bonus bet back if one leg fails or a horse comes second or third. If it loses, it outright loses. If it wins, it wins. So an example of that can just be head-to-heads, player props, and over and underlines. So we want to ensure that at minimum we are placing a 1-to-1 ratio of promo bets to non-promo bets. Now, that doesn't mean that you do 3 promo bets and 3 non-promo bets, but those 3 non-promo bets are $1 and the promo bets are $50. The betting stakes have to be the exact same on both sides, but the sharp punter, what they usually do is they actually mix up their stakes. So if you're doing a non-promo bet for 50 or a promo bet for $50, then you can do a non-promo bet for $55. It's always good to mix up those stakes. So some non-promo examples here. We've got a head-to-head, we've got some player over and under props, and we've got a 7-leg multi. So pretty much bets like that would constitute as non-promo bets. So the biggest question that we're getting is, why are we trying to lose money, or are we essentially losing money to win money long term? And the answer is yes, and no as well. Yes and no. So yeah, betting on non-promo markets means that we have no mathematical advantage. And this is why the bookies love it when they see you placing bets on these markets. So from their point of view, you're risking 100% of your non-promo stake. But in reality, if you're a sharp punter, you are hedging that non-promo bet, or you're laying off that non-promo bet on another bookie or on Betfair. So this means that you're now risking approximately 2 to 3% of your stake rather than 100%. And no matter what happens in that event, the outcome will be the same. And this is basically match betting principles 101. So, yes, you are losing money in order to keep your accounts protected, but you're only losing a small amount. And what we like to tell our members is that it's basically like a small fee to keep your accounts healthy. Um, so yeah, one of the main strategies for non-promo betting is the back and lay strategy. Now, this is essentially backing a team or backing an event on a bookie. So in this case, we've got the Celtics on tab. And then what we do is we hedge the other side. So we're betting against the Celtics. So the Celtics to lose on Betfair. Now, as you can see below, this calculator basically allows us to input the back odds, so the odds on tab, and then the lay odds, the odds on Betfair. So we're putting $60 on the Celtics. We've inputted the odds. The commission is 5%. So there's there's a link on Betfair that basically runs you through their commission rates on each sport. So here it's 5% for the NBA. And our lay stake, what the calculator is telling us to do is put on $61.15 on Betfair. Now, we don't have to worry about rounding our stakes on Betfair because you don't get banned on Betfair. And our liability is $5.50. Now, at the bottom is what it looks like if our bet wins. So here, the Celtics have won. We lose that $5.50 liability on Betfair, and we make $3.60 in profit on tab. So that gives us an overall loss of $1.90. So instead of losing or risking that 60% outright, we're only risking $1.90. And another strategy or another non-promo strategy that we teach to our members is the two-way Dutch strategy. So this is instead of bookie to Betfair, this is bookie to bookie. Now in this example here, we have Derek White for 15 plus points on tab. We put $100 on that, and then on Sportsbet, we've hedged that by doing Derek White under 14.5 points. We've staked $55 on Sportsbet. And the calculator below has, we've inputted $100 at $1.50. We've inputted the odds on Sportsbet, which is $2.75, and the calculator is telling us to put on $54.55. Now, as I explained before, we want to round up our stakes. So in this example, I've rounded it up to $55. And as you can see here, we're only risking $4.55 out of the $155 that we've staked. So in the grand scheme of things, absolutely nothing. But that small loss that we make, or that small fee, as I like to personally say, essentially allows us to maintain our accounts so that long term we can keep profiting from the bookies. So ideally, we want to place as many of these non-promos um, compared to our promo bets. So ideally, a 1-to-1 promo to non-promo ratio. We do recommend, though, to our members to do 2-to-1 just to cover all bases. But essentially, with those non-promo bets, you're actually hedging it on the other side, either on Betfair or another bookie, to minimize your losses. And essentially, that is how we are able to keep profiting without getting banned. So if you enjoyed the video, thank you very much for watching. Go and smash out the like button. Give us a subscribe if you already haven't. We've also got our Instagram and our TikTok where we post our results weekly. We also have a lot of match betting knowledge and just other, podcast clips and snippets. We want to just keep building and growing our community. That's our goal here at Playmakers Elite, to sort of educate and show to most people that there is actually a way of winning on the punt, and if I can do it, then anyone can do it. So appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you like this video, smash that like button, and if you're interested to know more about what we do, go ahead and send us a message. Cheers guys, hope you have a good day. Thank you.